Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into the top 10 fascinating facts about one of the most talked about figures in recent history, Donald J. Trump. Whether you love him, loathe him, or just find yourself endlessly scrolling through his Twitter feed, there's no denying that Trump is a man who demands attention. So, buckle up as we delve into the life and times of Donald Trump, from his early days as a real estate tycoon to his tumultuous presidency. We'll try to unpack it all without, accidentally inciting an insurrection. Let's get started. 2016. The year America decided to elect a reality TV star as its commander-in-chief. Donald Trump, the man who once told us he could shoot someone on Fifth Avenue and not lose any voters, well, he proved that maybe, just maybe, he wasn't entirely wrong. He defeated Hillary Clinton and stepped into the Oval Office. Trump's presidency was a whirlwind of executive orders, Twitter tirades, and enough scandals to make Nixon blush. He battled with the media, feuded with world leaders, and seemed to have a revolving door policy for his own cabinet members. But love him or hate him, you can't deny that Trump's presidency was anything short of captivatingly bonkers. It was like watching a slow-motion car crash, except the car was made of solid gold and fueled by Diet Coke and sheer willpower. Before he was busy making America great again, Donald Trump was already a household name, known for his larger-than-life personality and business ventures. He was the epitome of 80s excess, a symbol of the era's greed and ambition. A walking, talking billboard for his own brand of opulent capitalism, he was always in the spotlight. He plastered his name on everything from buildings to steaks, making sure everyone knew who was behind the brand. 2, and I'm not making this up, a board game. Yes, even a board game bore his name. The man was a master of branding, a true genius in self-promotion. Understanding that in America, nothing says success quite like slapping your name in big gold letters on everything you own. He inherited his father's real estate empire, a solid foundation to build upon, and expanded it with the tenacity of a honey badger in a boardroom, never backing down from a deal. He built hotels, casinos, golf courses, and more, basically anything that screamed, "I'm wealthy, you're not, deal with it." He wrote The Art of the Deal, a book that became a bestseller. Even if some suspect it was more fiction than fact, it captured the public's imagination. But hey, who are we to judge? The book was a hit. The man knows how to close a deal, whether it's a real estate transaction or convincing millions of Americans he should be their leader. Trump Tower. A gleaming obelisk of glass and steel piercing the New York City skyline like a... Before he was occupying the Oval Office, Donald Trump was busy occupying our television screens. That's right, folks, before The Apprentice, most Americans probably couldn't pick Donald Trump out of a lineup of real estate moguls. But then came the boardroom, the catchphrase, and the hair that launched 1,000 memes. The show, which ran from 2004 to 2015, was a cultural phenomenon, turning Trump into a household name and solidifying his image as a successful, no-nonsense businessman. The Apprentice gave Trump a platform, a way to cultivate his image and build a brand that extended far beyond the world of real estate. Now, let's talk about the Trump fortune, a subject shrouded in more secrecy than the recipe for Coca-Cola. Trump has always claimed to be a billionaire, a self-made man who built his empire from a small loan of $1 million, thanks Dad. But the truth, as with most things Trump-related, is a bit more complicated. Forbes has estimated Trump's net worth to be around $2.5 billion. But it's significantly less than the $10 billion Trump has often claimed. He's notoriously secretive about his finances, refusing to release his tax returns and fighting tooth and nail to keep them hidden from public view. Whether he's a billionaire or a millionaire pretending to be a billionaire, one thing's for sure, Trump's relationship with money is as complicated as his relationship with the truth. Buckle up, folks, because we're about to dive into the tumultuous, chaotic, and frankly, exhausting 4 years that was the Trump presidency. It was a period marked by unprecedented events and constant media frenzy. From the moment he descended that escalator in Trump Tower, announcing his candidacy with all the subtlety of a golden wrecking ball, it was clear that a Trump presidency would be anything but ordinary. His campaign promises and rhetoric set the stage for a divisive and controversial term. His presidency was a whirlwind of controversy, from his Muslim travel ban to his family separation policy at the border. These policies sparked nationwide protests and legal battles, further polarizing the American public. He engaged in Twitter wars with world leaders, cozied up to dictators, and withdrew the US from international agreements with all the grace of a toddler throwing a tantrum in a toy store. His unpredictable behavior on social media often left allies and adversaries alike scrambling. And then there were the scandals. From alleged affairs with adult film stars to accusations of obstruction of justice, it seemed like every other week brought a new revelation. The constant stream of controversies kept the media and the public on edge. And let's not forget the 2 impeachments, a feat only achieved by 3 other presidents in American history. These impeachments were a testament to the deep divisions and intense political battles that defined his time in office. Trump's presidency was a masterclass in political chaos, a 4-year stress test for American democracy that left many wondering if the country would ever be the same. The impact of his term will be analyzed and debated for years to come. The family business. It's always a family affair with the Trumps. You know what they say, folks. Behind every powerful man is a family, who may or may not be profiting from his political career. The Trump family, a clan more likely to grace the pages of a gossip magazine than a history book, has been deeply entangled in Trump's political life since day one. Ivanka traded her fashion line for a West Wing office, becoming a senior advisor to her father despite a complete lack of political experience. The Trump family, with their lavish lifestyles, their internecine squabbles, and their unwavering loyalty to their patriarch, have become a modern-day political dynasty. Twitter fingers, the rise and fall of Trump's social media empire. Twitter. The social media platform that once promised to democratize information, to connect the world, and to, let you know what your friends had for breakfast. But in the hands of Donald Trump, Twitter became something else entirely. A weapon of mass distraction, a platform for spreading misinformation, and a digital megaphone for his unfiltered thoughts. Trump's Twitter feed was like a car crash you couldn't look away from, a never-ending stream of insults, boasts, and pronouncements that left the world both amused and terrified in equal measure. But Trump's Twitter reign came to an abrupt end on January 6, 2021, when, in the wake of the Capitol insurrection, Twitter permanently banned him from the platform, citing a risk of further incitement of violence. From New York to Dubai, the global expansion of the Trump brand. You know what they say, folks. If you want to make a small fortune in real estate, start with a large one and slap your name on everything. Trump's real estate ventures have taken him from the glitzy streets of Manhattan to the sun-drenched shores of Dubai, his name adorning skyscrapers, golf courses, and hotels. He's built a global brand, a testament to the enduring power of wealth, ambition, and the unwavering belief that more is always better. But Trump's global expansion hasn't been without its controversies. His projects have faced accusations of environmental damage, labor exploitation, and shady business dealings. 2020, election loss, the big lie, and the road to Mar-a-Lago. 2020. The year we all stayed home, baked sourdough bread, and watched in collective horror as American democracy teetered on the brink. It was a time of unprecedented challenges and uncertainty. It was the year Donald Trump lost the presidential election to Joe Biden, a man who campaigned on a platform of, not being Donald Trump. Biden's victory was seen as a return to normalcy by many. But Trump, being Trump, refused to go quietly into that good night. His defiance was as loud as it was unprecedented. He spent the months leading up to the election sowing doubt about the integrity of the electoral process, claiming without evidence that the election would be rigged against him. His rhetoric was relentless. His big lie, as it came to be known, culminated in the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol, a dark day in American history. The images of that day are seared into the national consciousness. In the end, Trump's efforts to cling to power failed, and he retreated to his Mar-a-Lago resort, a gilded cage where he could continue to rail against the stolen election and plot his political comeback. His influence, however, remains a potent force in American politics. The Donald still making headlines, still tweeting? Probably. So there you have it, folks, a whirlwind tour of the life and times of Donald J. Trump, a man who has captivated, enraged, and bewildered in equal measure. From his days as a brash real estate developer to his tumultuous presidency and his ongoing attempts to rewrite the narrative of the 2020 election, Trump has left an undeniable mark on American history. Whether he'll fade into the background or continue to dominate the headlines remains to be seen, but one thing's for sure, we haven't heard the last of Donald Trump. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more fascinating insights into the lives of influential figures. See you next time.